Hello folks, so welcome to the new chapter. This is about the positional parameters, and before beginning of this chapter we'll revisit one of the earlier concepts, which is use of the dot to run the script in the current shell. As you remember, we discussed some few chapters back that using dot we can run the script in the same shell, or if you use sh, the script will be run in the child shell. What does that mean? Let us see. So I'll create a script because we discussed that the use of dot will understand after we understand the complete logic of local and global variables. So right now we will understand that. So if you see, the content of this script is just one echo statement where it is going to print the variable names my name. Now in this shell, if I initialize is equal to my name is equal to John, and now if I run the script with sh hello.sh, you see it's the variable names my name was not printed because as we see in the chapter of local and global variables, the child shell did not get the variable my name yet. Now there is a way, or there is a workaround where we can have run the script in the same shell. So if you use dot and then hello.sh, the script is not going to run in the child shell, it will run in the same shell, and in the same shell we already have the variable my name initialized. So let us see the results. So here is the thing. So this is the usage of the dot. We want to run the script in the current shell, we can use a dot operator there. Now we'll come to the positional parameters. So positional parameters are very important. In any shell scripts, we can pass parameters and arguments from the command line itself. So how those parameters will be read by the shell script? Those are all assigned to some special parameters like $0. This will have the script name. $1 will have the argument, the first argument passed. $2 will have second argument, and so on. Dollar star has all the arguments passed in a it in a complete string. It has all the arguments passed. Dollar hash has total number of arguments passed. So this thing we can use while creating a shell script. If you want to pass the arguments from the command line itself, a user can do that. So let us do a hands-on exercise. We will have more understanding after that. So I'm trying to create a shell script in which I will give the user's name and his age and his country from the command line itself, and then we can print it. Let us see how we can do that. His name is, now I'm not using an environment variable, I'm not using any variable, local variable. What I'm going to use is the positional parameter. So once the positional parameter passed from the user will come here, and $1 will be the first parameter. So we are assuming the user is going to pass as first argument as his name. The second argument will be coming here. Similarly, okay, now we're done. Let us see. Okay, so now if I just run this with name, age, and place, so all our echoes here got $1, $2, $3. So here is the important part. This script is reusable now. We can pass any other set of argument and it will work like this. So now I've passed 3 totally different arguments, but shell script is going to take $1, $2, and $3 as positional parameters from the argument passed. So this is the importance of the positional parameters. Now I will give you a simple exercise. What I want is, we had a sum.sh. We had a few chapters back, we ran this sum.sh where it asked for us a first number, then a second number, and then it printed total as 7. Using the concept which we learned in this chapter, can we create a shell script where a user can pass first argument as the first number, second argument as the second number, and then print the total? Can you try this? You can pause the video and try doing that. So hope you are able to do that. Now I will try to create a script which will take the numbers in the arguments and calculate the total or the sum and display it to the user. Let's do that. We already had a script called sum.sh, so I'm creating a totally different script called total.sh. In this, now arguments will be passed from the user, so we just have to use a variable sum equals, you remember backticks and expr for mathematical calculation. So instead of $num1, now we will use $1, which is the first argument, and then $2, which will be the second argument. That's it. The sum now has the total of the arguments passed, and now we just have to print it. Okay, done. Now to run it, we just have to give total assets. Now you can pass with space 2 different arguments, and here's the total. So this is how positional argument will take the 6 as the first argument and $2 as 7. We can try with different number. Here it is. So this is how the positional parameters work. So before we end this chapter, we'll learn a small concept about the shift command also. So what happens is, there is no limit to the positional arguments with what we can give, but it becomes very complicated inside the shell script. So shift command, what it does, it moves all the positional arguments one slot left. So the positional argument passed at $3 becomes $2 now, and what was there at $2 becomes $1 now. So this is useful. Let us see how. We saw the person.sh, we can pass 3 arguments and they will be printed like this, $1, $2, and $3. But we can edit it using shift, something like this. Now when I run the shift command in between these two echoes, what was passed as second argument has become $1. Similarly, with another shift, what was there at $3 $3 has become $2 and now $1. So because we have run two shifts, $3 has become $2 and then again $1. So I will just save and quit. Now we'll run the same thing again. Bill, age 20, USA. See, so there was no change in the output, but using the shift command, what we did, it was kind of a left rotation where positional arguments shifted towards one left. Another important thing, we saw the script total where we got the sum of the total number two arguments passed. But what if user doesn't pass two arguments? What if user does like this? Just one number. So in that time, we can handle the issue by first checking the number of arguments passed. In some further sessions, we'll learn the use of if command. But for now, the important thing is $hash has the total number of arguments passed. So using the if condition, we will first check that how many arguments user has passed, and then only we'll proceed. So this is all about the positional parameters. Thanks folks.